for Learning project has emerged as a beacon of hope for marginalized children, especially girls, led by the Integrated Child Services Consult ICS, with funding from Aga Khan Foundation and dedicated partners.
Like we hear from the name of the project, is targeting the foundation, because when you attack people from the foundation, you are able to influence.
From building the foundations to challenging the norms, today we celebrate the remarkable journeys through the voices of those who made it possible. This is their story, a story of bamboo count innovations in West Nile region.
Bee count meaning bamboo counts. So that was the innovation name we gave for our group. And we involved the teachers, we involved the school administrators, we involved the learners in the making of this. Even we went up to the extent of involving the parents in trying to bring for us ready, mature, dried bamboos for use at the school.
From Mr. Innocent's account, how easily were these 100+ bamboos nurtured, and how has the bamboo movement evolved?
And the sub-county said, go ahead. So they harvested this bamboo and made it using and made sticks out of it. And he gave the testimony, over 2,000 sticks. Even when we went there yesterday, the learners are still using it. I was impressed. This teacher who started the movement has been transferred, but that has been passed on to another teacher who has picked up. Can we appreciate that school?
As the project enters its closing phase, what lies ahead for the 100+ bamboo innovations introduced in these schools?
Because we're already capturing very good results in numeracy. So how do we scale this? We are going to scale these student possessions. We want to take it as a big project that it goes to all the schools in Arua district and city.
Amid this inspiring development, a new teaching approach takes root, the VBE methodology, value-based education, empowering teachers with fresh strategies and perspectives.
VBE taught us that one, we must be able to incorporate all the learners irrespective of their disabilities, irrespective of their learning capacities and where they come from. That caning is a bad traditional practice.
Indeed, the impact is profound. From ICS's practical implementation strategies in the key schools across Arua City and Arua District, supported by Aga Khan Foundation, the ripple effects of learning and empowerment are evident on the ground.
This is a very important partnership that we have had with ICS. It has been very respective partnership that I've never seen in my life. But a CSO works hard to see that the end beneficiary gets something. I want to appreciate all of you for coming. This is a message we put down this morning with my country manager. When I informed him that ICS is having a closer to them, he said, Sarah, where are other projects? Why are you closing down this one? But I'm happy that we saw change. We saw a clear accountability from the ICS. ICS is one that beats targets and beneficiaries are able to testify. Can you clap for ICS? Accountability is number one. Accountability with quality implementation is what ICS has done.
As we celebrate ICS's transformative works in the region, we pause to understand the challenges. Mickey, the project officer, sheds light on the hurdles encountered along the way.
Menstrual hygiene management. This is one of the barriers to education, menstrual hygiene. And as we reported earlier, at least 1 out of 5 girls misses coming to school because of going through menstruation, and yet this is a normal process, so that puts her at a disadvantage. We're going to continue with this because these engagements are really good. When you meet stakeholders, you're able to hear from the different angles some of the challenges.
Building on Mickey's insights, we turn to voices from the field, our project role models, who reflect on the theory of change and the human story that brought it to life.
As role model parents, these role model parents help us. They helped us to further create awareness, to remind their fellow parents on the importance of children's education. When the messages were played in the community, later on, at the camp foundations, with your dear care, you helped us with finances that the messages reached radio station, that is in radio patches. It was heard by so many people. Through that, we got exposed. We got exposed and we were recognized internationally. So both of us were recognized, and I want to thank you that I know this is not going to be the beginning and the end. I am a living testimony of value-based education. Before the value-based education, I was very thin because I thought I am able to contain all the stress in the world. I was very thin, I could not forgive easily, but now value-based education has added weight on me, and I'm very, very grateful. I am so forgiving, okay? I am so forgiving. I am so accommodating in practicing love with learners, with fellow teachers. And this time I'm even seeing that I've become a consultant in my school. And I was given the responsibility to be an SME teacher. I didn't know that it was God who was speaking through that person. I said no, because I've never had that background of special needs. But with this idea of VBE, it was last year that I was brought on board back to be the special needs teacher to coordinate, okay? I think I am doing my best. People are appreciating me. Madam Yuseni, I beg that you add more weight on what I am doing, okay? Wow. Yes, thank you.
And I'm a proud master facilitator of the value-based education. I was there, the first training we had. By that time I was very sick. They gave us to train leaders. And the training arrangement, you see somebody coming in a coat like this and you're coming to sit on a mat. They'll step like this. What sort of training is this? Remember, it is experiential learning. You have to experience the learning of the learners in primary. I thought tomorrow they will not come. All of them came very early. They got so interested. I also, that was when my value was also added. I'm like,
some issues about inclusive education in Uganda at large. And I want us to join together to ensure that these policies are in place and implemented to the dot, such that our learners with special needs or with disabilities in particular are included in our educational facilities.
Some people didn't have the language. So after the training, teachers started talking well, and this time I've seen where there is selection, both sexes are considered. I'm grateful. So I really want to take this privilege to appreciate Aga Khan Foundation. In many of our engagements, we always say they are the lead partners who have direct interventions in education. Yes, we have other partners and CSOs, but we really feel the impact of Aga Khan Foundation and the CSOs who work closely with them in our schools. I am just 3 years old in administration. Before that, I was also in the classroom. I'm a teacher by profession. I had the opportunity to be trained in VBE and GRB, and Evelyn was one of my trainers. Evelyn, with the team, I appreciate you so much. I want to say this, just like other people have testified, VBE has changed a lot in our schools, especially on teacher side.
As Foundation for Learning draws to close, its foundation remains unshakable. For over 460,000 children, the future shines brighter. This is not an end, but a new beginning. The legacy of Foundation for Learning lives on, not just in policies or trainings, but in Sarah's voices, in the prides of parents, and in communities that now rise in support of quality education.